to another. I love the smile. Welcome to another Asian A.V Club What to Watch podcast, in which we do all the hard work by scanning a wide scope of movies and TV shows out there and tell you, our amazing listener, if you check it out or not. Not only that, but I also drag a fellow journalist, sometimes kicking and screaming, in this case, maybe kicking and screaming, and force them to watch all the stuff that I have on my list. And every time, I feel like I should cut it down, but because I know our next guest watches everything just like me, I challenged him to step up with this solid collection of titles we are going to be talking about. But before we even do that, I wanted to introduce this guy first. Since 1996, Didier Allouch has been a correspondent for the massive French TV conglomerate Canal Plus, where he's not only the creator, producer, interviewer, master, and star of the weekly show Leb de Hollywood. Is that right? Did I pronounce?
No, it's your voice. I mean, I could just keep going.
It's amazing. Okay. But also, it's the person everyone goes to for all things red carpet and international festivals. Here's a solid fact. Back the first time I met Didier Allouch, we were at a thing called movie junkets. Back in the day, they used to invite journalists from all over the world to come to this one hotel, and then we would all line up to just like get into room to like talk to our celebrities for like 5, or maybe back then it was like 10 minutes.
We had sometimes like 8 minutes. Sometimes we even have like 12 minutes, which was like
double digits. That's crazy. Now they're like 3 minutes, and then by the time your second question is over, they're already telling you to get out.
And it's on Zoom.
It's on Zoom, exactly. And so anyway, so while that's going on, they always put all of us journalists into a room next to all the free food, and conveniently, I was always on the table next to all the free food.
We're not touching the food. It's not, ethical. No, I'm kidding.
We were eating because I kept on going back for more and more. I'm like, what are you talking about? And so one day while I'm like stuffing my face, Didier sits next to me, and then somehow we got to talking, and then he mentions that he was at Cannes, and it was, I think, I went to that Cannes too, and the thing that I was obsessed about was this film called The Host, directed by a certain director named Bong Joon-ho, who's now, I know, who's he? And it was a monster movie that just blew my mind. And I was just like, I want to talk about The Host. No one in the world has seen it. Oh, wait, this guy has. Let me talk to him about it. And then to me, that was the cement that kind of like made me basically hold on to your leg for the next, many, many years. And then, I've been hounding you since then. So, and including now.
That was our first monster.
It's like,
we had many, many more since then.
Oh my God. Was this your memory of our first meet cute, or do you remember us in a different way?
No, I remember that very well. It was.
Don't give years. Don't, because the second you
was, but yeah.
Forget the movie. This was the reason why we had to meet in the
and we talked for hours. I remember that, eating and talking about Bong Joon-ho, and we talked about Memory of Murders and all these other movies that we've seen and you've seen, and well, I remember it. That's the thing. Movie lovers, we find each other all around the world.
That is true. And, for some, you are the ultimate like master of movies. I mean, like to a certain, I didn't realize this until maybe kind of going to France. It's like you almost educated a generation of young filmmakers who like see you as this kind of like TV mentor that kind of like introduced them to a lot of stuff. I think so. You're never going to admit to it, but like a lot of young filmmakers probably like now in their, second or third film, they're like, oh yeah, I used to watch you when I was growing up. So
I'm very happy that some people because of me are watching horror movies, monster movies.
Yeah.
Really cool, and we never talked about in the media before. So that is my pride. The rest, I don't care.
The other things that I've just listed, that means nothing. But yes, you are the man. And so continuously, luckily for you, we have multiple horror things going on in this episode. So this is a good thing. But, before we even do that, you were doing some interesting thing at this thing called the Televerse Festival. What's that about?
Okay, it just happens that in a month now, it's going to be the Emmys. The Emmy ceremony, the Oscar of TV, even if they don't like that we call it this way. So before that, the Television Academy, which is the same thing than the Movie Academy for the Oscar, they are the one voting for the Emmys. They decided this year to have like an event for 3 days where they were kind of doing some panels around all the shows nominated, which is great because for us reporters, that means we had all the talents nominated at the same place. And for a month before the Emmys themselves, before the ceremony, we run after them trying to get some sound bites and
Oh my
everything. We
gosh.
go from event to event, and we need that for our pieces, for our stories. But here, they were all here. Everybody, people from Severance, people from the studio, people from the Pete, people from the White Lotus. I had a nice conversation with Parker Posey. I think I'm in love. People, I don't know, like from all the TV shows that you can imagine that are nominated. They were here. They spoke to us like for 5, 6, sometimes 10 minutes. It was great. It was heaven. I have like a hard drive full of sound bites that I can use, and it was fun. And it was a nice event. Televerse is called. And for the audience, there were some panels that they could watch and listen to with the talents, and some screenings of new shows that are coming up. There was an episode of Talamasca, the Anne Rice
Oh yeah,
AM
yeah, yeah, yeah.
shows. They showed the pilot, and there was also another one called Irish Blood with Alicia Silverstone, which is a mystery thriller.
Acorn has that, yeah?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so. I'm not
Yeah.
sure about that. I mean, I'm looking for the French
Angle.
network. So, and it was a fun experience. It lasted 3 days, and I think they're gonna do it like next year, and I'll be there, and it's great. I mean, because they relax and they can talk and they're happy
Yeah.
to be there. They're nominated. It's not too close to the ceremony, so there's no pressure. So it was really fun, and I have a very nice conversation with Brian Cranston, which for me, if you have seen the studio, you will remember
He's
that.
so good.
I didn't say hello. I say movies, movies, and he looked at me and said movies, movies, and we went like that for like 2 minutes, and we
That's
looked
the whole interview, just screaming
we
movies
look
at each other.
ridiculous.
Yeah, that's amazing. That is amazing. Speaking of ridiculous, I'm going to the in-person Netflix Kpop Demon Hunter sing-along.
Oh.
Which, I mean, I kind of okay. So the weekend of the August 23rd in theaters around the world, to celebrate the fact that this is officially K-pop Demon Hunters is officially Netflix's like biggest animated film ever. You are allowed to like go to the cinema and sing along to your favorite Hunter X and Saga Boys at the top of your lungs. And I basically begged Netflix. I'm like, I need to go to this thing. It must happen because and people are gonna hate me because I'm gonna be I don't care. I'm just gonna be singing along like a freak. And so that's just really
Are we gonna
fascinating.
be able to see the footage?
Never, never. Unless
Can you give us like a little bit performance? I mean, I
no,
know
I
you're
will not.
you're
But it
prepping
is
every morning in your bathroom, so maybe you can.
it's because that song is the big song that's currently like number 2 or number 1 in the Billboard charts. That song is crazy. I don't think any human being can actually hit the notes. Just keep getting higher and higher and
It
higher.
doesn't
And
stop you from trying.
true that again, like I said, in my head I'm hitting these notes, but in reality it's probably like
The neighbors don't
like,
agree.
totally just like yeah, the neighbors do not appreciate this. So that's happening. I think it's really fascinating that Netflix is so good at their creative marketing that they are like, you know what? The movie's a hit. Everybody loves these songs. Let's do a sing along. And so I think moving forward, they might be doing more of these things if they have more musical related things. But Netflix always has a really smart way to like re-promote their thing. Do you think this movie has a chance for Best Animated Film of the Year?
Yes, of course.
Oh, I love you're like baby. Look, they're push. They're pushing. All the heads are just like this is we got to win this one. So they are starting.
And again, to be honest, there's not a lot of very good animation coming up. I mean, there were a lot of expectation around Elio, and it didn't do very well.
Yes.
And I don't see anything else coming. Maybe Zootopia at the end of the year.
Right.
So why not? They should try.
That's true. That's true. Or you also didn't get a chance, but it's Ninja 2 is out there. They're
Yeah,
gonna
Ninja 2,
they're repackaging it with English subtitles or no English actually artists. Michelle Yeoh is gonna play the mom and yeah that so I don't know. Asians might win the Oscar this year. I'm just gonna throw it out there. I'm just gonna put it out there. So rather than talk about singing and all that stuff, I do want to start talking about movies and it is about singing because movies. I love to start off the movie section always with a documentary because I feel like they're the guys that are always like, and we have a documentary. But I'm like, no, we're gonna push Doc Doc up to the top of the movie section. And I love docs, but I also love the subject of this documentary this time around, and it's of the late singer-songwriter Jeff Buckley. And so basically, it's all my quadrants of like why I wanted to talk about this film. So the film is directed by award-winning documentary filmmaker Amy Berg. The film is called "It's Never Over," Jeff Buckley, and it's an in-depth look at this rock star who was budding. Like at the time when he first came out, there was so much buzz around him because of his voice and all, and just the fact that he put out this one album that was like so accomplished. And there's so much pressure for him to like could do a follow up. And then unfortunately at the age of 30, while he was trying to like write and record his next album, he died. And it's just one of these really I don't know. He's becoming legendary status because when somebody's like on the up and then their light is taken away so soon, it becomes people like a Jimi Hendrix or a Janis Joplin. Kind of the talk is around the same.
Anyone else in this
Yeah. What was so special about Jeff is that he had a 4-octave vocal range. He gained a total like cult following, because he would always perform at this like Lower East Side club called the Cine, and he worked there. And he basically would then, after washing dishes or whatever, he'd like go up on stage and start singing covers or just. And then one day he started to like put out some original music, and then the buzz went crazy, and then the lines went out the door. People were like, "Who is this voice? We not need to go." And so Columbia Records, signed him, and then they basically found the right team to record this album called Grace. And it's one of those things where people were so surprised when you listen to it, because you hear the Led Zeppelin references that he listened to, Hendrix, whatever those rock stars of the time. But then he's got this like gentle vocal that references like Judy Garland and Nina Simone. And so it was this bizarre, crazy miracle of a mishmash that was captured on this album. And it's just, I don't think it's ever been matched since, because this kind of thing. And so I remember even hearing Jeff the first time, I was like, what the F is this? And like, I couldn't stop listening to Grace. It was like soundtrack for that year. So part of that is also his interesting backstory. If you really want to know more, it's like he was raised by a single mother, a very young single mother, and totally ignored by his father, who was also a very famous folk jazz performer named Tim Buckley, who died at the age of 28 from a drug overdose. So there's this like weird, if you want to add that into like his kind of anxiety growing up, being a child, having to grow up earlier than he should, having to deal with the pressure and dealing with abandonment and then now death, all of that kind of stuff is part of his DNA that like maybe also pushed him to write the music that he ended up doing. But it also with the demons that he kind of had to deal with, as he was living the last part of his life. And so it's a tragic story because it's about lost potential. It's also about the loves of his life, the young women that like he fell in love with very fast and very hard, and then a genius gone too soon. And so all of this is like celebrated in this movie.
Mm.
Uh, I cried the whole way through. I just like it's just.
It's very moving. It's a very beautiful, well-made documentary, and I like the fact that you call him Jeff, because at the end,
Yeah.
I didn't know anything about Jeff Buckley, to be honest. I knew Hallelujah, I knew the cover, and I was admiring of his voice. It was beautiful. But at the end of watching the documentary, we feel like we know him. We
Yeah.
feel like he was part of our life, and we realize he was. And you call him Jeff. You feel like a friend that we discover. And you didn't. I know that you didn't do that on purpose, but it's here, and that's a big success of Amy Berg documentary. She makes him a character that is a familiar character, that is someone that's part of our life. And in that sense, it's very well done. It's also, as you said, very moving, very touching, and it's very well made. I still have a little problem with music documentary. They're all the same. I
No,
mean,
so
they are all the same. They have to find a new way. I mean, it's great to have archives, and the archive in this one are great. The interviews are great, and the sound bites are very well chosen and very touching, and the interviews are very very well made. But please find something. Please find something else. Please find something different. I mean, the dog that Todd Haynes did on the Velvet Underground, uh, it got kind of close to finding something different, and just find a way to tell the story. Maybe Moon Age Daydream was the best example of what I mean, and the documentary about David Bowie, which was not really a documentary, but more a movie about his music. And maybe we should try something else. I mean, I love regular documentaries. I love the way this one is perfectly well done. I have nothing to say about it, but that's it. I have nothing to say about it. It touched me. It's a very, very moving story. This guy was extraordinary. I didn't know his story. His story is beautiful. It's way, 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 very well told. But I want to find something else. I want people to experiment. I, I know his music now. I love his music now, but I need something else.
Right.
I needed something else. So she did a very good job, Amy Berg. She really, really did a great job. Um, Maybe she needed a little something else. But I'm with you. It's a beautiful documentary. If you are a fan of Jeff Buckley, it's a movie of your life. And if you're not like me, it becomes something. It becomes someone very important, and you realize that it was in my life. I realized it was in my life for all these years. And so the job of the documentary is made. Maybe we could expect something else from music documentary now.
It's kind of a weird one because for Jeff Buckley, it's for those who are super fans, it's that if you know, you know, right? Like that's the thing.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
and so in a weird way, she had to also for people like you to introduce this man to you. So a story needs to be told in that way. And I agree with you. This
Yeah.
feels like this feels like a standard like doc, you know,
I
and
agree, Stevie, but it has to be told this way, unless you find another way to tell me the
exactly.
story. And
Exactly.
that's the thing. I mean, that's the thing with documentary. It's difficult. I do realize some. I mean, I direct some documentary, and I know it's very difficult to find other ways. And I mostly most of the time I do that very in a very classic way. But she had all these archives. She has all this access. Maybe something like a little more cinematic, if I may say so.
Yeah. Yeah. I think so. There's probably a little bit more story that got cut away. You know, there may be another angles to kind of, but then again, it's a very tight 2 hour movie, and like it totally does what it needs
But
to.
again, it's very good.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
you won't be disappointed if you're a fan. It's going to be the movie of your life again. And if you're not like me, you'll realize how this guy was important.
Crying, Didier. You have to understand, like
Yeah,
literally, the
it's very
film
touching.
the film opens with him singing, and like that first note, it's like almost like the frequency is like hitting something, and then like, you know, and I was like, I can't stop. But then I
And
think.
and then you watch your K-pop movie, and
Then I
it's
watch my K-pop movie. I'm like, I'm gonna be crying also. But I think also it's you know when you kind of get over the emotional kind of connection with with Mr. Buckley. See now I'm all paranoid. Now I'm like, should I call him Jeff? Like I'm
going
just
Jeff.
like,
It's fine.
thanks, mate. But and then and I agree with you. There are certain things about it that it's like it's a standard documentary film, and so like it doesn't really stray too far from the kind of recipe of like what movies like this make. And you know she's she's an iconic director, and so she has a standard that she kind of sticks with and stuff. It is, yeah, I agree with you, it's good, but right
It's
there
a
can be
little
more.
bit
Yeah,
of,
I
yeah.
agree, I agree.
But I'm picky. I mean, it's a good
No,
film. Go for it.
so if you're a fan of Jeff Buckley like me, or if you don't know anything about Jeff and you want to discover more about it, please check out the documentary It's Never Over, Jeff Buckley, which is showing now at a theater near you. Now we can talk about horror now. Didier,
Yay!
yay! Let's kick off with the hit horror film Weapons,
Oh,
which opened two massive positive buzz weeks ago, like just kind of, and it's still currently the number one movie in the US and has a healthy 148 million in the box office and counting, globally. And it's making a huge smash because the film is rumored to only cost 38 million dollars. So
like
yay
your show.
yeah, good job, director Zack Cregger. Now, if you don't know anything about the film, the premise is wonderfully creepy. It's one night in a small town. This is like get your blankets. One night in a small town. 17 children from the same classroom wake up at 2:17 a.m. They walk out the door and they are never seen again. And so the film basically picks up a month later, where the town is still mourning and confused over this incident, and basically we get into the breakdown of it all by seeing it from a wide spectrum of like different perspectives of the people that are left behind. So it's a very Rashomon effect, but now horror. And it's a smart move because we get to see the mystery kind of peel away every time like a different character is kind of, we're seeing it through their eyes. And it's led by a wonderful cast with Julia Garner, Josh Brolin, Alden Ehrenreich. I love Austin Abrams, who plays the like junkie. And my fave Asian bear, Benedict Wong, is in it too. And then there's another secret. There's a character that I want to name, but I don't want to give it away because that kind of like spoils
No,
things.
don't,
So,
don't,
thank you.
don't,
Yeah.
don't.
So basically, as I don't want to give anything away because I think the fun part of watching this movie is that the less you know, the more kind of adventure you have when you're kind of watching it unfold in your screen. And officially, this makes Zack Cregger like 2 for 2 because his other film, Barbarian, was also on many people's favorite lists of horror films of like the past, couple years. And so all this is coming from a guy who created a comedy troupe called The Whitest Kids You Know. I didn't know that, but like, and so his background is comedy. And so there's a real, actually, now that I think about it, there are elements that like he's able, because the thing about comedy is like set up and then the reveal, right? And so horror is the best kind of movie where it's just like set up and then like the scary reveal. So the guy's a superstar director in my eyes right now. He's
Oh,
the
yeah.
guy. And so Didier, what do you think? Tell me everything you think
Oh,
and you know about weapons.
it's very simple. I think it's the best movie of the summer.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, I was expecting something good because I really love Barbarians, and I really saw, but it was a small movie, and I really thought that this guy had something. But this, I didn't know that. I mean, I don't know that it was this potential. I mean, uh, as you said before, the premise is so well done. I mean, it's the first minute of the film, the first 2 minutes of the film. You have this, they coming out of this of their house, running with their arm like that, and you're like, ooh, creepy, but fun. And where are they going? Where are they going? This is a question that's in your mind, and it was even better. It was very well done from the marketing aspect. I mean, they showed us this image, and it was in our mind before we entered the theater.
Yeah.
And the movie prolongs that. It goes with that, and so after 2 minutes, you're hooked. You're
Yeah.
hooked. You cannot go away. And it tells a story in a very efficient way, in a very smart way, in a very subtle way. If I may say so, it's in a very Stephen King way.
Yeah.
It's small tone, small characters, very well described, and everything happened to them, but they don't really know what's happening to them. And it's very Stephen King, and he talked about it in interviews. And Stephen King loves the film, and
Yeah. He
read
loves this
about it.
movie.
And it's so smart, so well written. The acting is impeccable, and the mystery, but it's very difficult. But I don't want to spoil 1 inch of this film, and because it will be like killing everything. The mystery is, it holds. It's
Yeah.
good. It works. It concludes the story. He circled it. You have what you're going for. It's very difficult to do that, and it's even more difficult to do that in the genre in horror, because you have to deliver some stuff. I mean, there is some gory effects, there is some very scary scenes. You have to have that, and you have to have a perfectly rounded story. He has everything, and the directing is just impressive. Very, very, very impressive. It was already very good in Barbarians. In this one, it's like, yeah, well, I'm not afraid to say so. It's like Toby Hooper level. It's this kind of very tight, very
Yeah.
close. And
It's
very,
extremely tight. It's very like well put together. This guy knows what he's doing, and so
he knows what he's doing. He knows the
yeah,
genre very well.
yeah.
He knows it's a very classic horror movie. Also, he's very respectful of the genre, but he brings something else. He brings something new. The fact that the audience is following him, it makes my little heart pump.
Did you get a chance to talk to him for this film?
On
Have you?
Barbarians, not on this one.
Okay, he
Not on
seems
the
like a really nice guy too. That's
Oh,
the other thing.
he was
Yeah,
at the time. I mean, I don't know why. I don't see why he would change, but he
right.
was at the time, and a very knowledgeable guy and very talkative. And he could be with us at this junket talking about host and
Yeah. Oh yeah, totally.
this kind of guy.
He's that guy. I'm a fan, and actually he produced. Did he write Companions, a movie that came out last year
Not
also?
produced because he produced Barbarians with these two guys, Raphael Margulis and another one that I forgot his name, who were like small horror movie producers. And since they are producing companion, he gave them a hand on the writing
Oh,
of this.
nice.
So
That's
he got
nice.
a producer title, but no money, nothing. It's just good friend. And just to be nice, he credited Rafael Margulis as one of the producer on Weapons, but he didn't do anything on the film. So it's just like friendship and this kind of stuff. You see, there's a family. That's what I like with horror. It works on family. It works
Yeah.
on community of fans that are now making movies, and it's one of the rare genres that does that. The other one is comedy, and it's great to see that even now, even at a time where everything is money, even when horror movies I mean, dime a dozen, and they're not very good. It's great to see that there is still this community of fans that are pushing the horror genre to next level, and it's what I love about the genre. When you think you went to the roof and you cannot go further, there is some characters like Zack Cregger that coming and prove that it can go further, which is great.
Actually, this weekend we had two actually pretty big movies that are coming out. One is Spike Lee's latest film, Highest to Lowest, starring Denzel Washington. It's been almost 2 decades since we last saw this pairing, and this time it's inspired by Akira Kurosawa's film High and Low, loosely inspired, if you will. Again, not trying to give too much plot away, but we have Denzel as David King, the last name, a very successful music mogul who lives like a king with his gorgeous wife and teenage son atop this penthouse apartment overlooking Manhattan and the Brooklyn Bridge. I mean, I know that building very well. It's very expensive. And so I have an idea how much it costs. The king is on the verge of making even more money by selling his label to a company that just wants the catalog. And so he's going to like kind of throw away the thing that he's built from the ground up. And now he's just going to take the money and, I don't know, do something, whatever. But then his son is kidnapped and they want $17.5 million and he better pay up or. And so that's the setup. I mean, there's a lot more to, and I know reviews have already given a little bit more out there and stuff, but I just wanted to leave it at that. Did you like it? Am I putting you on the spot? It's just
Okay. Before we start talking about this one, I love Spike Lee.
yeah.
Kind of Do the Right Thing is one of my favorite movies ever. But here, listen, there's a lot of problem with this film. It's very well directed. There is some very good sequences in the film. It's just not really believable. It's just kind of stupid, and it's a bit lazy sometimes. And for people who know the Kurosawa movies, the original, you're like, and
You're looking at one and you're looking at the other. You're like, huh.
there's a lot of problem. One of them being, and it's really hurt me to say that Denzel Washington. He's a great actor, one of the best of his
Yeah.
generation. But as they say in the Mel Gibson movie, he's too old for this shit, and it doesn't work. It doesn't work. The guy is in the middle of an action sequence. Denzel is 68, 67, and he runs after Rocky ASAP, and he caught him. I don't want to say too much. And there's some action sequence, and no, it cannot jump from
Enough. But yeah, exactly.
doesn't work.
I love how you're like,
Too
I don't want to
old
give
for
anything away,
that.
but I'm just going to tell the whole sequence out. I'm like, no, do not shut up. Do not say any more to the others.
And the
Yeah.
first part of the film,
Yeah.
what is that? It lasts for like 45 minutes, people talking in two rooms and not saying very much very interesting stuff, except for Jeffrey Wright, which is a great actor. And when it's set up, when the story is set up, it takes a lot of time to set up.
Yeah.
The movie starts. There is some scenes that are like not bad, especially one in the metro, but there is this problem for me of believability, and it doesn't work for me when it's not real, when it doesn't feel real, when it doesn't click. It doesn't work for me. So I left the movie. I watched it. It's very well done. Spike Lee is one of the best director ever. So there are some beautiful scenes. For this, it's on Apple TV Plus, so you can watch it. It's not going to cost you.
Not yet. You want to go to the cinema to watch. They
You have
want
to
you
go to
to.
the cinema
Yeah.
first, and then after that, we'll be on Apple TV Plus.
Yeah.
Or Apple TV Plus. Um, So if you go to the movies, you will see some very well directed scene. If you watch it on Apple TV Plus, then you didn't have to pay for your ticket.
Well, okay, so um, I'm not as harsh as you, but I agree with
Come
you
on,
that
Stevie.
no, but I agree with you that the first 45, I was staring at a screen going like, what the crazy am I watching? Because I agree with you. There's something so weird and um, disassociating from this, what they were trying to paint. So, okay, so the film is trying to comment about class and morality and the choices we make as an individual and how, like, the more wealth or power you get, you're distanced, and all that stuff. And then somehow Denzel's character is faced with the reality of like, what is your soulmate? Like, what is your soul? Sorry, dot 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 mate. And then so, but it almost feels like Spike, kind of a little bit of Spike too. Like he's so detached from
Yeah,
like reality, if you will, and
which
it
is
it
fine. I mean,
what
if he was doing that the entire film, why not? But
yeah.
going back and forth, it doesn't
It's
work.
a little bit back and forth. So and then that score, that jazz score by Howard Dawson, who I'm sure is a brilliant musician and composer, but it's too much. It's like every scene is scored like it's some big sweeping like moment, like, oh, he's walking from room A to room B, and it's like, ooh, and you're like, he's just walking, mate. Like there's just nothing special about it, but he tries to make everything special, which then threw me off. It just made me a little bit like, it's not special. We were watching, like you said, the first 45 is just people talking, trying to figure things out, and then like a wrench comes in, and then they just gotta, then they're talking about like, what do we do with this wrench, kind of thing. For me, so if it started negative for me, the first 45, what made it back up to zero is that
Zero.
there's a showdown moment between Denzel and the kidnapper, and that I think is a scene which not only showcases Denzel as a very good actor. The man can act when he wants to. I'm going to say this.
We knew that before.
Yes, but when he wants to, Denzel's a brilliant,
Oh,
brilliant
yeah.
actor. And so I saw a glimpse of that in this scene, and it moved me. So I'm just saying this. So the fact that it moved me just a little bit, it moved me up to zero. And then the rest of it turns into, like you said, there's some sequences where there might be some action. There's like, oh, whatever, and it just whatever, and then it ends the way it ends. So it ends up like at a z at a like a middle point for me, because at least the second half resolves itself in a way that I was okay with. So is this the best movie that Spike Lee has done? Oh, hell no. But is it watchable? Yeah. Oh, wow. Okay. He says no. I say,
Well, to be honest,
it's watchable. Come
it's
on.
watchable
Yeah.
because it's very well directed.
Yeah.
Some scenes are very well directed, and we have an opening and an end title that are beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Remember the shot on the building coming up at the beginning of the film on the titles,
Yeah.
and then at the end the very soul bass kind of lines on the end title. You don't remember that?
I do remember that.
That's probably the best thing. First of all, it means it's over. And then it's very well done. And there is this
Wow.
song from this Italian pop star that I don't remember the name.
Wow. I did not like the opening titles. Basically, it was every single shot that you could get from a four building from every angle.
No, it's beautiful.
It's beautiful, the first two shots, but like when it's a 5 minute song, so I'm watching five variations of like this beauty, and it all boils down to that long drone shot from the Brooklyn Bridge onto the penthouse where Denzel is staying. So if that's the setup, then why don't we start from the Bronx? Listen, the guy came from the Bronx, and then now he's at this thing. Wouldn't that be an even more kind of like, descriptive experience about like this man started from this, like, from humble beginnings, and now we are now crossing all the way down, crossing over the Brooklyn Bridge into this amazing penthouse, and now we've got that shot. That would be the shot that I want to watch. Like that would be the one where like, oh fuck, this is a really great, wow, we're in for something amazing, mate. Like that's gonna be like, that's, I'm sorry, watching just a building from different angles doesn't sell it for me. That is not, that's me.
Then again, it's the best 5 minutes of the
Oh, rude.
first 45. I'm sorry.
I thought the best minute was the last one at the end. It's like,
And the end. No, but seriously, the ending,
oh my
the end
God.
title is very well done.
Yeah, we're getting canceled from Apple. They are never going to invite us to anything. This is that. But
We
anyway,
have on top
if
of them.
yeah, if you want to see this film, and some people like it, so I don't want to like like put it
Yeah,
down.
it was in
Yeah,
Cannes and
it's
it was a pretty big success, and
yeah.
there was a lot of applause at the end. So don't listen to us, go for it.
Yeah, don't don't listen to we don't know any better. We're just jaded old people.
Yeah.
And so if you want to see that, High to Lows is showing everywhere in on screens, and then it will show on Apple TV Plus at some point in the future. So also showing at a theater near you is Nobody 2, where the world's most normal daddy is actually a violent action star of a dad too. Just don't piss him off. Bob Odenkirk of Better Call Saul returns as Hutch, a man who just wants to live a normal life with his wife and two kids, and he just keeps getting dragged into uber violent carnage with like 30 people that somehow he walks away on the other side like he's barely hurt. In the sequel directed by the awesome Timo Tjahjanto, who is this amazing Indonesian like director who I don't know if you've caught his stuff like on Netflix. He's like Didier, you need to watch his stuff. It is the shit. Like you will love it. Anyway, I did talk to him recently for another podcast. But anyway, so he's good people. So you need to like stock up on his filmography. You'll go crazy. So anyway, Hutch takes his family on a vacation to a town with a water park that he kind of remembered when he was a child that his dad took him to, and he basically uncovers bad sheriffs, underground trafficking, weapon trafficking business, and then ignites the anger of a certain Sharon Stone. Oh, Sharon, I love you. This film is stupid and silly, and the fight setups are a little bit bigger this time around, but it knows that it's kind of silly and stupid, and it is the movie that it presents itself at. Is this the best action film ever? No, I don't think it wants to be the best action film ever. It just wants to be a fun Nobody 2, the best Nobody 2 that they can probably make it. And so I don't know. I don't mind this movie. I think some people are really harsh with the reviews and stuff. But I think this is a movie that like I knew exactly what I was going into, and I got what I needed. And
I read the same review and I'm like, guys, it's
yeah,
Nobody 2.
yeah,
What are you expecting? Citizen Kane?
yeah,
No, it's exactly what you said. It's a fun movie. It's a stupid but
yeah.
very efficient movie. Bob Odenkirk is like he's enjoying it, and we're enjoying it. And the action is not the best that you've ever seen on
No.
screen, but it works. And Sharon Stone is delicious. I mean,
Oh my
she's
God.
everybody on the film seems to have fun.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
when something like that happens, you can only have fun. That's
Yeah.
it. It's not
Yeah.
so stupid. If people making the movie have fun, you're probably gonna have fun too.
Yeah.
That's exactly what happens on Nobody 2. It's not a great movie. It's not the best movie you'll see this
No.
year. But who cares?
It
You see Bob Odenkirk kicking ass and Sharon Stone, wonderful.
there's a moment that Sharon Stone is talking to Bob Odenkirk with a knife, and like she's just talking to him, but the knife is in her hand, but the knife is on his face. But every time she's talking, she's moving the knife, and she's basically like slicing him. Like, and that gag. I was cracking up because it was so genius of her, and just the fact that like everybody's game to like play this thing, and it's just listen, I want a Sharon Stone, what do you call it, renaissance, like now. Like I would like for her to come back and stop going to like an Empire event and then just kind of really, doing some kind of movie acting again, because I think she's fun. She's fun, people. And I know she's doing Euphoria, so this might be the renaissance that's happening and stuff, but like she's a fun actress. And I think she can do stuff that you need her to. And there's just, I don't know. It's high time, people.
Well,
Let's do it.
she's great in the film. Bob Odenkirk is great in the film, and it's have you seen The Bear, the last season?
Yeah, of course.
This is the wedding episode with Bob Odenkirk and the dialogue he has with Jamie Allen White.
Yes.
I mean, it's the same guy
He's
who's
a great
one of the
actor.
best actor ever, and this his range is unbelievable. I mean, it's like what he does in The Bear, like that I saw like a week before I saw Nobody 2. That's why it
Yeah.
kind of mirrored. It's unbelievable to be able to do that and to be able to be in a fun action movie like this one, and even if you know that you can do so much better than in terms of the role you can have, it's like it's a yeah, that's the thing. I mean, don't go against your own fun. Don't go against your own pleasure. Go see this
Yeah.
movie. You'll crap up. You go with your friend and have a great night. And it's a fun action movie. It's not pretentious or anything, but it's very honest and it gives you what it came from.
There's a running theme of these two movies though that we just talked about. Dad saving the day. It's like one of those. It's like, so if you
Like
want,
yeah,
sorry.
maybe nobody to first and then.
Wow, that would be your version. All right, let's talk about two other films that are out. First up is the supernatural ghost film Went Up the Hill, directed by New Zealander Samuel Vin Grenson. And the setup is very simple. The young Dacre Montgomery, the actor who's in Stranger Things, goes to the wake of his long estranged mom, who basically gave him up when he was a child, and is invited to stay the night by her grieving widow, played by Vicky Krieps, who you might remember from Phantom Thread. Very quickly, we realize that the ghost of the dead woman takes turn possessing the two mourning individuals, and then and each time she possesses one, then the other is able to like ask questions and kind of like process like why this woman left in the first place. But then, as of course all good ghost movies go, you realize that she has other intentions, and yeah, I mean it gets darker slowly. let me just
Oh yeah.
let me just say it very slowly.
Oh yeah.
To me, I knew that this was a slow burn. Okay, so that was the thing. I kind of knew what I was walking into, and I don't mind this like kind of house on the mountain, very industrialist. The dead woman is an architect, so like it kind of is that kind of brutalist kind of kind of setup. It's hypnotic. It's cold. Creepy, but it's not scary. The movie's not scary. Let me just throw that out there. This is, even though it wants to be like a horror film, it's more of a ghost. Call what you will, what a ghost would be of somebody, and then people processing in this way. And so yeah, I didn't hate it. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Stevie, I love you, man. You know, you're my friend and everything, but why did you do that to me? What did I
Wow.
do to you?
No, because I knew you
This
don't like
felt
Final
like
Destination. That's why I made you watch this movie.
okay.
Just like
This felt like watching what's the expression?
paint
Paint,
dry.
paint dry, yeah.
Rude.
Except painting is not very beautiful. It's
Wow.
atrocious. I mean, it's one of the worst movies I've ever seen. I mean, this movie try to get some targets. It meets them all of them. It's stupid. It's depressing. It's wants to be beautiful, but I find it ugly. It makes the world of the brutalist looks like Disneyland. It's really, 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 really one of the worst movies I've seen. It's
Wow.
boring as hell.
It's not the
And
worst.
say,
Come on. There's some really bad movies out there. This is
yeah, I know, maybe, but I want to say,
You're so mean. I mean, this is the
come
second
on.
film. It's a new filmmaker, and he's trying something new.
Yeah,
And
maybe
so
you should.
I want to give
Maybe I
it
don't
up
know.
to
Maybe
I
you should
want to
try something really new, like I don't know, like bakery or.
Wow, Didier.
Uh,
Okay.
and it's not even that. I mean, it's totally stupid. I mean, it's really dumb. It's really, really dumb. I mean, there is a sex scene in the film, which, when you think of it, it's probably the weirdest thing I've seen on screen because
Yeah. So
can we say, can we talk about it or not?
there's this.
Yeah,
I mean,
let's
wait,
talk
listen.
about it.
No, I've literally described like now it's just in your head. Like, what's the
So
version of the
the
sex that
dead,
like
the
is?
dead,
Yeah.
the dead lady possess the bodies of whether is her ex-wife or her son during the night. So at a point, she possessing the body of her son, and she's having sex with her ex-wife.
Yes.
So you feel at the same time very, very embarrassed
Yes. It's
and
uncomfortable.
like, why do you do that? Why don't you wake up? Why do you accept that? It's so badly written. Come on, Stevie. It's so stupid. And this out, please turn on the lights. Please do
Oh
something.
yeah.
Buy
Yeah.
some flowers. I
I
mean, I don't know. I mean, again, the movie is called Went Up the Hill. I knew from the beginning that it was going to be like that. Do you know
Oh.
what the title sequence is on? Some guy going up a hill.
Yeah. That is that. Well,
Oh, it's called Went Up a Hill.
you're gonna hate this even more than the lead character. The male character's name is Jack, and the female character's name is Jill.
Jill, Jack and Jill.
And
Oh,
they went
no, I
up
didn't
the
get that. Yeah.
hill. Yeah. Does that make you like the film even more? Or you?
Oh, of course.
Oh
See, you
my
thought
God.
about this movie way more than I do. It's I mean, I like Vicky Krieps. It's time for her to find some other role to play. She was unbelievable in the Paul Thomas Anderson movie.
Yeah.
Since that, she has done a lot of French movies. She's half French, half German, and she was born in Luxembourg, and she has a perfect English. Uh, she's done some very great French movie, but it's always in the same kind of character, very subdued, very, very.
Like kind of there's a lot of
She has to
victim.
do something else. She really
Yeah.
has to do
Yeah.
something else. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know if Marvel is listening to me, but please hire her for the new Avengers. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, she'll just sit in the corner and be like, she, she's a very good actor. Okay, I'm gonna force you to do positive. They're not bad actors though. Like I'm just
She's a great
gonna
actor. Dacre is
yeah,
great,
yeah,
and Vicky is great, and
yeah,
she's a great actress. She needs some other parts.
yeah,
She really needs some
yeah,
to try something out. I
yeah.
mean, I understand that she wants to go for a smaller indie movie in New Zealand. Maybe she got trapped and she couldn't leave.
COVID, maybe it was like trapped during that period.
Maybe,
Yeah,
or maybe it's a really nice
actor
people.
strike, actor strike.
Yeah, and it's okay. This movie is an experience. You can go for it. I didn't.
Okay. I'm okay with this movie, so I'm just gonna throw that out there. But it is a slow burn. Like if you don't
No, 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 no. Don't say it's burning. It's not burning at all. It's
it's
just
just
slow.
slow. It's a slow walk up the hill. If you don't want to see something that slow, then maybe this is not the film for you. But if you want to kind of, it's like a mood piece, if you will. But like it is it's okay for me. It's okay.
I want to
But
see. I want to see Dacre in some other stuff. I
yeah,
mean,
he's so good. He's so,
this kid was very interesting in Stranger Things, and
yeah.
is okay here. I want to see him in some other stuff.
His eyes get away with everything. I'm sorry. When I
Yeah,
stare at those, I'm like that. Those beautiful eyes. I'm just like, all right, whatever you want, dude.
he has a face.
He has a face. I know, but I only see eyes. Sorry. That's my face is here. Okay, just look at my face. Thank you. All right, I'm just gonna flat out just begin this next thing.
Your listener will think that I don't like anything.
You don't like anything, but
It's not true. The next movie we'll be talking about.
all
I
right,
like.
good. I'm a big fan of the next film, Lurker, directed by first-time director Alex Russell, who worked as a like he's won an Emmy for shows like The Bear and The Beef, and the guy can write a story, that's for sure. And basically, the story's simple: pop star Oliver, played by Archie Marique, goes to a hipster clothing store and he starts a chat with this guy who's like the sales boy, and his name is Matthew, and he's played by the amazing like Theodore Pellerin, and he invites him to a show. And then once this guy goes to the show, he quickly like inducts him into his posse, and so begins this story. Now, in a world of like hangers on and crew that exists, it felt like a more realistic, darker take of like an entourage, better, if you will, with a really kick ass soundtrack by DJ producer Kenny Dope. I liked how Matthew is totally not what he seems, and slowly he starts to manipulate himself into Oliver's world. It's a little bit creepy and twisted, and the whole time I'm just like, this is all about Eve. I'm watching All About Eve,
Oh,
but
yeah, yeah.
with like boys, and maybe even more cutting than All About Eve, if you will, in a different way. And I liked it a lot, and I was just like, yep, this is my kind of movie, my kind of soundtrack, my kind of people. Love, so you better like this.
No, no, no. I really like it. It's a
Oh,
very
good.
good movie, and I have no problem with this one. This is very well done. I love when independent cinema reveals some talents like Alex Russell. It's very, it's yeah, it's kind of a revelation. It's very well done. I mean, if not the same kind of movie, but same kind of universe. And when we discovered the first movie of Bradley Corbett, if you want, and it's this kind of very dry, very cold, very tight. Again, I'm using this word a lot, but very tight universe, and it's very well written, excellently written. And as you said, the reverse of the character of Matthew, the fan, is very Mankiewicz. It's very all about him. You're absolutely right about that. And it's. Yeah, well, it's a very good surprise. This one, thank you for it.
You're
For
welcome. You're
telling me.
welcome.
And it's yeah, it's when you have a revelation like that in the independent world, it doesn't happen a lot. I remember also some movie like Martha, Marcy May Marlene that were this kind of atmosphere and this kind of movies. Again, Brady Corbett. I saw a lot of what's his name of this movie is Natalie Portman, Vox Lux, I think, and
Vox Lux, yeah.
and it's and it's a movie of its time. It really is. I mean, we have today an obsession with the pop stars. We have today an obsession for the youth with everything that's happening around the life of the pop stars that they play with using the social network, Instagram in particular. In this one, it's um, it's very very intelligently described in the film and very intelligently used in the film. This is probably a big revelation in the independent world. And yeah, I cannot advise our audience to go and see the movie in theater and watch it in theater because they don't have any money, but they're trying to build up a
Yeah.
frame, and the directing is very smart. You'll see. I don't want to say too much, but I don't think I'm saying too much. It's a directing stuff. You'll see how much the character and the face of Matthew becoming more and more centered in the frame as
Oh,
long as the
oh,
story
I
evolves and he becomes a he
I
becomes
did not notice
yeah,
that.
it's very well done. Very well done.
Wow.
And how much the character of the pop star, I don't remember his name, Oliver,
Oliver, yeah.
he goes back in the rear of the screen, and there is one moment that is very well done. Again, I don't want to spoil it, but it's a reverse moment, and we don't see anyone on screen. It's just the camera filming. It's a subjective shot, and it's very very smart. It's directing. This guy.
Yeah.
Uh, we saw that on the Bear. That all the director of the Bear are really good. So, uh, but I think he got his lesson, and now he's going to the movies, and is one guy to really really follow and to see what he can do after that. And
Uh,
he knows how to tell a story, and he knows how to describe character, and he knows how to use his camera to tell the story. So, bravo for this one, and we'll see you the next one.
I can't wait. I Because of this movie, I reached out to the PR and I'm like, I need to talk to this filmmaker. And I'm guess what? I'm talking to him next week. I'm very
Oh,
excited. So
really?
yeah.
Oh.
See this part.
I'm talking to him in Deauville. He will be at the Deauville Film Festival,
Yes.
and I'll be there.
See, and you're gonna be like, I love you. And so it'll be fun. Like it's always fun when you talk to directors that you're a little bit like low key fanboying about, and it just and then
It's not fanboying. I'm not doing because of the film, and I mean we know what fanboy can go to,
yeah,
and
yeah.
it's admiring. It's not the same. It's like
I
this guy has a. I'm a fanboy of a lot of stuff, but
Yeah.
it's more like I'm very very
Respect.
respect, absolutely,
Yeah,
yeah, respect
that's
and admiration. Yeah,
all right. We've talked enough about movies. Enough. Ugh.
we never
Movies.
talk enough about movies, TV.
But no, but I need to talk about TV because this is
Oh,
a
we can talk
TV.
about
And yeah,
TV.
I'm gonna talk about TV too. We have some TV stuff. Already showing on FX Hulu in the States and internationally on Disney Plus is Alien Earth. It's the new series from Fargo creator Noah Hawley, set before the events of the first movie, the Sigourney Weaver classic. And the setup is a Wayland Yutani ship crash lands on Earth in a city controlled by another corporation called Prodigy. And then Prodigy then sends a group of hybrids, which are human children who have their consciousness uploaded to a robot body to investigate this crash. What they don't know that the ship was on a research vessel that was retrieving deadly species from across the galaxy. So beyond the famous xenomorph that we know Alien to be, there are other gross critters that they have to contend with. Oh my god. Anyway, so no spoilers. Anyway, so it's so this troop of hybrids that are going to kind of find these things is led by Sydney Chandler, who plays Wendy, and she's the oldest of the hybrids. She actually has another reason why she wants to go. Her long lost brother, when she was a human, played by Alex Lothar, is a medic on the scene, and she sees him there, and she's like, "I gotta go because he's in danger. Let me go fit." And that's the setup. And basically, every episode is almost like to be continued to literally into the next minute of like the next episode. So there's no jump. It literally is like, okay, we're done with episode one, but now immediately, like if you in theory could binge this when you wait until all 8 episodes are out there. But I highly suggest that maybe this is not a good idea because I tried to watch these screeners that we got in a row, and it is the most tense, uncomfortable feeling that I was like, I don't like how I'm feeling because I'm really, I was so, like, I'm not scared, but I don't like this feeling because I just know bad things are going to happen as they're walking down hallways and there's a shitload of monsters running around to like rip them apart at any minute. What's your take? Did you like this show?
Okay, I'm very mixed. I mean, I love what Noah Hawley did with Fargo.
Yeah, I love Fargo. Yeah.
He took the concept and he made something much, much bigger than we could expect. Right now, I haven't finished, to be honest, I haven't finished the show yet. I don't know what he's doing with Alien.
Yeah.
I don't know what his plan is. I don't know what he wants to do with these characters that are pretty two-dimension.
Yep.
And I don't know where he's going with that. I know that he's very smart, so I know there is a plan somewhere. I don't see it. That doesn't mean I don't take any fun in watching the show. I mean, the monsters are great. I mean, the scene where the alien is running after the search and rescue mission is
Yeah.
it's perfect. I mean, there's nothing to say about that. It's very well done and it's
I
very
love.
horror movie. And
I mean, I by the time this come out, I think episode 3 would have come out already, and so maybe even 4. But like, I this xenomorph is it's kind of fascinating because he, she, they knows how to like disappear into walls and like
yeah,
and
it's
and it is so funny to watch this one kind of like incorporate themselves into artwork that like every time the reveal happens I'm just giggling because I'm like, respect, Xenomorph, you're go ahead, go kill these people, like it's really
the thing is that when Ridley Scott did Alien, the first one in '79 now,
oof, yeah,
he always said that he wanted to do a very traditional horror movie in space. I think Noah Hawley is doing the same. I mean, what you're saying is true. I mean, they're hiding in the wall and everything. It's a slasher.
yeah.
It's Michael Myers, and it works. This way, it works. It's on this side of the project, it's a total success. That works. Now I'm expecting more from Noah Hawley, so
Yeah.
I keep watching. I'm gonna even wait for the next season to see where it's going.
I, I actually I do agree with you. There is a like, what is this? Like, because I right now it's just me being tense and
Yeah,
watching people. It's like death watching, right? And so basically, I'm watching a whole series of death watching, and then with a very, I mean. Next level death watching because when it does happen, you're like, oh yeah, that was
yeah,
pretty,
it
pretty,
works. It works like a game. It works like
yeah,
a video game. It works like Resident Evil. I mean, you're
yeah,
in this space and the monster attack, and which is fine. I mean, I don't say that in a bad way. I mean, as it since it's done very well and very well directed and everything, that works. Again, I know he has more. I know this
yeah.
guy is smart. I know he wants to say something. I don't understand the characters, the scenes, and the kids and the Peter Pan themes. I don't know where he's going with that. Uh, I want to know more. I hope he has more in his mind. The problem is that I'm not sure the show is doing this well,
Mm.
and I know he's getting trashed on the internet. And I don't know if they're gonna give him a second season. I hope they will because they put a lot of money in it, and Holly is a very interesting guy. So I hope they will give him enough time to reveal exactly what he wants to do
I,
with this show.
I
Right
think the
now,
prop
the fun show, very
Right.
very.
It's a fun show, but I think the reason why it's getting trashed is because like you and me, we don't know what the
Yeah,
show's
we're
about.
expecting something.
Yeah, we just don't
We're
know what it
expecting
is.
something
And
else.
yeah, and they're expecting like, yeah, it's like space monster like, out of your
Mhm.
chest, which I'm sure it'll happen at some point, but like so far, nothing. Nerd fact, the whole series was shot in Thailand, which
Oh, yeah.
is amazing since the sets look Hollywood and there will be some future forestry that like is in the trailer, so I'm not giving too much away. And that back, so basically, like they've really utilized Thailand as this backdrop for the future. I love that because Thailand really is an up and coming like place where good films, good stories, good everything is. It's like all of Asia is using this Thailand post production facilities. It's a really cool place to kind of be creative now, and so I'm psyched that Thailand is now a place that even Hollywood is going to come out to like make
I
things.
think you and I we should go to Thailand and do a special about the sets over there, and maybe they
Yeah.
take us and put us in a nice hotel. I saw one in a show recently, the white something, and this
Oh
hotel
yeah.
I
Oh
would like.
yeah. This
Yeah,
this
can
the
you talk to
Lotus
them?
White. Yeah, we can
Yeah,
probably get them to sponsor us and do a whole series a month Staying in this
Why not
hotel.
three?
Exactly. And staying in this hotel because we just don't understand the breakdown
Yeah,
of this
we have
hotel
to
too much.
understand exactly
Yeah.
how it works. And
How does this make this 7 star? I don't understand. Like, yeah. How is this caviar that I'm eating a star? Yeah, let's do it. Let's do a whole special out of Thailand. All right. So if you want to watch this show, Alien Earth is now showing on FX Hulu and also Disney Plus internationally. I'm not sure where this is showing, but in the United States, it's showing on USA Network, and it is the series adaptation of John Grisham's The Rainmaker. So now, for those who are fans of the 1997 Francis Ford Coppola movie, this is not it. So I'm just gonna throw that out there. Same plot, same plot. A law school graduate named Rudy Baylor, played by Milo Callaghan, gets a job at a big corporate firm, and then on day one, not even he's not even given a case. He's sitting in the introduction room. He gets fired because he kind of challenges the big boss with his moral compass, and then with no job in sight, he desperately joins another firm. I'm going to use the word firm lightly because it's in a diner, like it's barely an office, where he eventually takes on a case. And goes against the firm that he was fired from, and so that's the whole season of this series. So to me, the show wants to be a certain type of show, but it comes across as really bland. And I think, like, there's another good example that's out right now. Lincoln Lawyer is out there, and it's a show that's like, it's one season, like one case, a team of people trying to figure out a thing, and that's a better show. Like, I actually watched that show. This. I'm not sure I want to follow along. Like, and so what happened here? What do you think? What do you think went wrong?
well, I thought that network TV was dead. It's not. This is like a show like the one we did in the 90s.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a show
Well,
for this kind
it's
of time. It's
it's
old.
USA Network, the home of like back in the day Suits and Burn Notice and like
This is
whatever.
this is a mystery to me. Why
Yeah,
did the network? Why did the cable networks to give up on the shows? I mean, why don't they try to find the good writers? Why don't they try to find the good directors? Why do they let them go to the streamers and to the premium TV? Why? It's a mystery to me. I mean, I know it's not the same audience they're trying to reach, but it doesn't have to be like that. It doesn't have to be a show that is looks so old and that looks
yeah.
like so tired and so. Uh, I've seen this show like 25,000 times before in the 90s and in the 80s. Yes, I'm old, and this is. I mean, great if it works for them, fine. But I don't have to watch that, and for me, it's borderline disrespectful of the audience. You have to give people more now. You can do a show about lawyers. Lincoln Lawyer is a perfect example. It's very
Yeah.
well done, very well written. It looks modern, but you don't have to do it like this. You don't have to go back in time and do Grisham is a great writer, but he wrote in the 90s, and
Yeah.
you have to adapt that. You have to even if you keep the show in the period of the book, you don't have to look so old. You don't have to have actors that play so old. You don't have to. It's do something. Wake up, networks. It's time for you to, or you give up. Or you give up. You leave everything
Right.
to the streamers. You leave everything to the premium TV. It's fine, but don't try. I mean, at least don't have me watch them.
But I have a case for networks because shows like Matlock are very watchable. Elsbeth, these are all like solid
Yeah,
weekly shows that
yeah.
knows again
Yeah, but that's
no.
something different. SBS is
Yes.
mostly done for Paramount Plus, so it's really different. And it's the King. The Kings are great writers.
I mean,
Michelle.
but there's good writers that, and then unfortunately there's people that got involved with Rainmaker. This, I agree with you. It doesn't feel like there's any passion behind it. It's just a show that's just like, oh, we got a title, let's just do this, and it's like,
But and
what?
Matlock is a great example.
I
Matlock
love
is a
Matlock. Yeah,
Yeah, Matlock is a show that's it's done in the way that shows are done now, but we're gonna find its audience where they are. I mean, on
yeah,
the network, older people are watching the network in the US, so that's where the audience is, and it
yeah.
works very well, and it's very smartly done. That's why you're right. It's a counterexample of what I am saying, but it's the only one. And networks have to wake up and do more like that. You don't do that, and the Coppola movie was really good. I
Yeah.
read it recently. It was kind of nobody talked about it at the time, and it passed by like this. But it's one of the good Coppolas, even if he did that for the studio and he just did that for money. It's very well directed, and Matt Damon is great. Here, nothing,
Yeah.
nothing. Just watch the movie again. It's easy. It's on Disney Plus or something like that.
Okay, we'll just check it out on whatever streamer. Go ahead, figure it out. Internet.
Yeah.
All right. So Rainmaker, not for us. But for those who do want something like this, it's showing on USA Network on a TV cable network near you. All right. On
Oh,
another.
you lost Apple. You lost.
Yeah. Oh wow. This is the death of my access to everything.
I'm gonna get guested a lot on the
Oh
show.
my God, I'm sweating. Okay, Peacemaker is on now in the on our TV screens through HBO Max, and actually, I have to say it's a lot better than the first series. It's almost like a total rejuvenation. So if you don't know what this is, Peacemaker is a DC character, kind of like a misfit loser loser hero. And in the first series, it was a bunch of misfits. So he found other people who were just as loser as he was. And but then they figured out how to they save the Earth. And they thought, all right, we did this. We're going to be accepted by mainstream superhero, organizations. And our future as heroes is going to be yay. And then we begin season 2, and none of them have gone to like better things. In fact, they've been benched and forced to do nothing. And so, depressed and bored, the Peacemaker makes a really bad decision because he has access to this world where there's multiple dimensions and stuff. And every time you go to another dimension, it's like a version of his, their lives. So he makes a really bad decision and he enters one of the dimensions. Nothing good ever happens, especially for Peacemaker because he's not the smartest tool in the shed, and so shit happens. So while that's going on, there's a government the government division Argus that Peacemaker desperately wants to be part of. There's a leader played by Frank Grillo who has a personal vendetta against the Peacemaker, and so there's that kind of outside force trying to like he knows something's up, and so all of that is wrapped up in. I feel like they've gone above and beyond crazy violence, like the blood is everywhere, like pansexual orgies. I mean, just like and our my favorite like eagle is back again, and to me, it's got the best opening sequence in a TV show that I've seen in a while. Like I love this sequence. Like I could watch that over and over again, and they need to put it out there into the world because it's amazing. So I appreciate this. I can't say that I'm a super fan of the Peacemaker, but I'll watch the show and I'm more than happy to kind of like continue this world that they've created. James Gunn and his team have kind of
Yeah.
created for the world.
That's the thing. That's the thing. This show, the second season, is a proof that James Gunn has taken power at the DCverse.
Yeah.
It's it's his style. He does whatever he wants.
Yeah.
The guy is nuts, so it's great. And it's you're right. It's super crazy. It's super violent. It's a lot of fun, and it's much better than the first season, which was okay. But
Yeah.
and also it's attached to Superman, and there is some connection between the film and the TV show now. And yeah, it's you're absolutely right. I cannot add a lot. It's yes, I could add something. John Cena. John Cena is absolutely great, and
Yeah.
he's even better in this one. He's he was born to play this part. This is it, yeah, it's fun. It's fun. It's fun. It's fun. It's fun. It's stupid, but it's fun.
It's like our appreciation of Nobody too, right? It is what it presents itself for what it is, and then it leans in and it kind of does it better. And maybe Nobody Too doesn't do it better, but it does what it
Yeah,
needs
but
to. But Peacemaker is really good. It's actually a really good show. Actually, I'm going to take it
it,
back.
it's a no, it's little more than Nobody Two. Nobody Two is just for fun. I think that now James Gunn is gonna be using all the pieces of the DC verse, including the TV shows, including Peacemaker.
Yeah,
Don't know if it's gonna touch the Matt Reeves, DC verse, and the Penguin and Batman and everything. But on this side, it's gonna be using all this to create something that could be interesting. For
yeah,
now, it's just like Superman. It's fun. It's kind of very hilarious. The show, at least, Peacemaker is hilarious, and it could go further. I
yeah,
don't know if he wants it to go further, but if he wants, it's here. He
yeah,
can use it.
yeah,
Is I think he's trying to pull him and what's his name, Peter Safran, the other producer, the other director of the DCverse. They're putting up an entire palette of characters, of universe, of words that they can use for their for the bigger picture, and that's very encouraging for the future. And if it doesn't work, the second season is just great.
It's just great. Well, actually, while you're saying that, it's very fascinating because they are not editing it down or cleaning it down for a specific age group. This is
Oh
a
no.
hard. This Peacemaker is a hard R type of show,
Oh, it's
and
HBO Max. I mean, they
yeah,
can do that.
but like I Marvel probably would not be commissioning a hard R kind of like uber violent. They have strong PG-13, but I don't think Marvel's in the business of doing
That has
something like
always been the difference between Marvel and DC,
yeah.
even in the comics. DC is more violent, DC is more dark, Marvel is more fun, more colored. It's always a big difference. Now it's assumed. I mean, they're really playing on that, and I think it's a great idea from
But
Kevin
DC
Feige to
isn't
go.
the main five of your DC, your Justice League main characters outside of let's say take away Batman, Wonder Woman, Superman. Like these are all clean. This is the stuff that they are making them darker, but they're not totally dark. And like Superman was so hopeful, if you will. And so this. But again, they've created a palette, which if you want to go clean, you got these characters. But if you want to go super dark, we got Peacemaker, and then maybe even more up our sleeves. That's going to be like a lot of fun. So they've
You're
allowed
right.
for all
Absolutely.
ages.
They're keeping their option
Yeah,
open. It's
it's very
absolutely
smart. It is very smart, and I'm here for it. And so, like you say, if it doesn't go any further than just a TV show, cool. This is a great TV show. Like you should watch it. It's hilarious.
James Gunn and Peter Safran, they are very smart people, and I
Yeah,
know that you met them, and I know that you talk to them, and they
yeah.
know where they're going. If Warner lets them do what they want, it could be very interesting,
I,
and we'll
I
see. I mean, I'm not a super fan of Superman, even if
neither am I.
I
Yeah.
like the movie and it was fun. But I'm very curious to see what they can do with that in the future.
I agree with you. So if you want to see something kind of really fascinating and funny, Peacemaker is now showing on HBO Max globally. Okay, last thing. We talked a lot. Oh
Ah,
my God. This is so
ah,
I really wanted to tip you the audience and also Didier on a Korean miniseries called Aema, shown on the 22nd globally on Netflix. And the story is loosely inspired by a real film back in 1982, 83 called Madam Aema. And it was Korea's first erotic drama released that became a massive smash locally and also throughout Asia. It was basically the Koreans' version of Emmanuel. It was actually inspired by it, and so there's an element of that. So it's set in Korea in the early 1980s, and if you didn't know about the history of Korea back then, they were still under military rule. They had laws of curfew, so basically at midnight they had to like be home or whatever. But things were starting to get looser, and so the studios were kind of like capturing this moment where the ties are kind of like opening up a little bit, literally on clothing, because they wanted to make an erotic film, and so the TV series stars Korean superstar Hani Lee, who to me has the best dimples in the world. Like I love her face. Like whenever I see her, I just smile because those dimples are. She's beautiful, but like those dimples are my favorite. And back in the day, she was a Miss Korea. The woman's been beautiful since she was born basically, but now she's a decent actress and does a lot of comedy and drama and stuff. But anyway, she plays Jung Hui-ran, an award-winning actress who is one film away from breaking her contract from this horrible studio that she works for that she's been locked into. And then she gets a script called Madam Aema, and basically every other scene was like, and then Madam Aima's boob comes out here, and then Madam Aima's boob comes out there, and it's basically like beyond what she's always been doing, which is basically suggestive films where it's like, oh, my dress dropped, but you only see whatever. It's all more, those are curvy movies, but now it's like they want to see more. She doesn't want it. She's like, hell no. Maybe not in that accent, but anyway. So the studio goes out. As a reaction, the studio goes out and finds a young actress, a very hungry young actress called Shin Ju-ai, played by actually a real new actress named Bang Hyo-rin, who's very good, and to be the star of this film, a woman who's willing to like take it all off for the screen, and then that causes major tension for everyone involved. This first episode is bitchy. It is like my kind of, the setup is perfect. Like established actress, young, hungry new girl, and it's like, yeah, throw them out. We're gonna do. But I watched the whole series because I'm a weirdo and I binge, and so what you really kind of understand as you kind of continue to watch is that it's really about corruption behind these studios, and how women are kind of commodities for them, and how they were used as pawns to like gain political leverage, and so these women have no agency of their own. They were just like pieces that were being passed around to people in power, and so slowly, very slowly, these two women bond over the course of the series, and they kind of help each other out. And let's say a horse is involved, however you want to see think that. It's funny. It gets dark. There's an episode that I was like, holy shit. And then I think it's one of the best things I've seen this summer. I did not know what I was walking into. I just knew that, oh my gosh, there's going to be a bitch fest. Fight, fight, fight. And then like, but then I walked away going like, wait, this is a little bit more than I thought. And it's a really thoughtful, well done 6 episode miniseries that like, I don't know. Now I love the show. It's I want everybody to watch Aema. Didier, do you like this show?
Oh, I have one word to say to you.
Yeah.
Merci.
Oh,
Merci,
yay!
Stevie, for sending me this. This is probably the most pop show I've seen in years.
Yeah.
It's great. It's very well done. It's colorful. It's fun. I didn't watch the entire series. I only watched the first episode, but I will watch now everything. It tells a story that is at the same time familiar, totally unexpected. It's this again this young actress who wants to take the place of the older one, and the older one who doesn't want to do too much but wants to keep her place. But since the young actor is coming, it's very classic. It's very well done before, but it does that in a very pop way. Yeah, there's no other word. It's like it's fun. It's great to watch. Yeah, merci beaucoup. It's one of the best show I've seen this year.
Nice.
It's something that I'm not sure we can do somewhere else than in Korea. They have in the TV show that's happening in the TV production that's happening there. There is a freedom that is very interesting, and they can talk about this kind of stuff. They kind of I don't know exactly. I didn't know all the backstory that you told us, but it seems that they need to talk about that too. And there is something that's happening in the middle of this very fun show, and it's
Yeah.
very pleasurable show in every sense of the way. This is something very fun to watch. And
I mean,
the scene when she and the first episode, I'm sorry, the scene when she arrived at the party and she puts the guy in the pool. It's like, oh yeah, it's cool.
the best. I mean, I
Unbelievable.
wasn't sure. I'm like, oh, should I make him watch this? But I'm like, then I watched half of it, and I was like, oh no, Didier
Tell
must
me
watch
more.
this show because it is brilliant. And it is one of those things where I think Netflix is kind of letting this one. They're going to promote it, but they're going to let this kind of take on a life of its own. It also, I. As you know, we like to talk about things that are outside of Western, like stuff. And so I'm the perfect one. This cuts through, like you don't have to be Asian to like appreciate this. This is a proper show. And I would say if you want something a little bit different, a little bit saucy, a little bit like kind of, this is a great one to have. And I just feel like it's the perfect tone for the end of summer, kind of like it's an adult show. So it's not teen but it is pop
Is
packaged
it
in a pop
already on
way.
Netflix or not?
Nope, 20 seconds. So you've got a
20
couple more
seconds.
days. Yeah.
Go for it.
But I would say if you get a chance, if you see it on just keep an eye out for this because Aema is a lot of fun.
Aema or Aema?
Aema.
Aema.
Yeah, Aema.
Go for it.
Go for it. Go
Regardez
for it.
Aema.
Regardez. Ah, see, Didier says,
Voilà.
regardez. Voila. Emmanuel says, regardez Aema. Yeah, anyway. So keep watching, Didier. I think you'll be really
Oh yeah, I will.
surprised. I think you'll be super
I will.
surprised at the turn. Like when it turns, you're like, oh. And that's when I was like, oh, this is a great show. This is more than like a pop thing. So, all right,
We'll
we
continue
we
to watch.
we've had a crazy array of stuff. Can I ask you what your favorite of our list is?
Weapons.
Okay.
It's easy, and I like Lurker very much.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I was
But
gonna say Lurker. I was gonna be like Lurker, but now after seeing Aima's my favorite.
In TV,
Yeah.
Aema. Aema, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Movies, Weapons.
All right, nice. All right, I'm glad we got the chance to. We are now canceled by every studio, but like it's all good. But I
Next
appreciate
time will
you.
be a phone call.
It'll be a fun. But I appreciate you
you and
telling
I.
the truth. Didier always tells the truth, and Didier is always my person to be like, "Hey, will you watch everything?" Will you watch everything with me? And then he will. So I hope this doesn't stop you from maybe coming back in like a couple months,
Oh
and then
no, with pleasure, avec plaisir.
that's
Whenever you
amazing.
want, call me.
Thank you so much. This was
Merci,
brilliant.
Stevie. Thanks,
Thank you,
everybody.
Didier. Thank you. Bye.